Today, the topic of discussion is gentrification in a city in Columbus, Ohio called Old Town East. This is a city where my grandmother, Shirley Shipp, saw change. Good evening, Grandma. How are
Good
you?
evening. Good evening, Clemson. How are you today?
I'm well, thank you for asking.
I am
So,
too.
so I'm going to ask you a couple of questions for you
Okay.
to elaborate upon the gentrification transformation you've seen up until now. First, could you give me about the year you arrived in Old Town East?
Well, I think it was long about no later than between 1951 and 52,
Okay.
somewhere in that range.
Significant changes have been made in the area since when you first arrived in Old Town East.
Okay, there have been, oh my gosh, lots of changes because when I arrived there, long about 51 and 52, the neighborhood was not as well as I would have liked for it to been. But coming here from Georgia, it's better than when I was living there. But after a few years, maybe like 10 years ago, the neighborhood has changed significantly. Matter of fact, they have kind of remodeled all the older homes,
Mm.
and the price range has skyrocketed.
Oh,
So
wow.
when that happened, a lot of low income people were not, you know, able to maintain their homes, and a lot of them had to move someplace else.
Right.
So in some ways, it was good for that community, but I can say in other ways it was not good for the low income people.
Right. Why do you believe that that occurred about 10 years ago, the gentrification change?
Well, this area is really near the Ohio State University,
Mm-hmm.
and it's a very big college. So I think there was a need for more, upgraded homes for the students maybe to live in. I'm not sure.
Well, yeah, that definitely seems like that would be it because, OSU does have like a lot of upper class people attending and they really do like that area. So that makes complete
Exactly.
sense. I understand that.
hmm And
Um,
it's so close to the campus,
exactly.
so it's
Exactly.
very convenient. So I own my own home, but I kind of left out of the neighborhood before the upgrading started. They had kept telling us that they were going to buy our property, but we didn't want to wait because the neighborhood was kind of running down, and we was kind of anxious to get out of it.
Multitude of gentrification changes that you've seen since since being there?
Um, Well, yeah. I mean, the neighborhood has completely changed. I mean, it's highly upgraded. I mean, different types and sets of people live there now. Like I said, people that probably have high income
Mm-hmm.
that can afford to stay
Right.
there. They're there.
Which is
But
understandable.
like I said, it is in the campus area. We do have a lot of students that live in that area.
Okay. How present was the black community when you first arrived in Old Town East compared to now?
Well, actually, before I arrived there, a few years before I arrived there, it was basically mainly Caucasian that lived there. But by the time I got there, a lot of them had moved someplace else, and so by the time I got there, it was basically African American people
So
that
would you say that now it's more Caucasians living there than there are African Americans?
definitely I would say so.
Or do you still think that
Mainly because of the students.
okay. And do you still think that it's so you don't think it's like a transition, like they're slowly getting rid of the African Americans and they're bringing in more Caucasians, or do you just think it's immediately like it's dominant Caucasians currently?
It's dominant Caucasian. Mainly, I don't think it's because they was trying to get rid of the people, but it was because of people that actually could afford to live there.
Mm-hmm.
Those were the ones, and like I said, it was African American also, not just white. But
Right.
basically, I would say, according to the ratio, it's more white.
Okay. All right. Well, that's all the questions I have for you today. Thank you so much for answering these questions and spending time with me.
Thank you. I appreciate you remembering me to do this.